Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Fromark here with the Fromark Plays show with the second part of Super Mario Land. This is also the final part of Super Mario Land. But anyways, here we got the third world in the game, and there's a lot of Easter Island heads and tikis in the background. Which those ones right there kind of, they kind of look like Squidward's house. And they look really out of place compared to everything else in the game. I don't like them. You also got an onslaught of bullet bills. Those Easter Island head things that chase you on flat platforms. Of course, as always, the exploding Koopa shells and some Goombas here and there. And if you're not well educated with Mario's controls by this point, it will not be a fun World 3 for you with those platforms that you gotta ride back there. As well as these parts here with the boulders. The pioneers used to ride these babies for miles. It's a rock. Anyways, yeah, you just ride these through a couple of parts in World 3. That was really close. I probably should have died right there, and that probably would have been the end of the recording session. No need to worry, folks, because I can't remember if I managed to get this bonus. Yeah, no, I didn't. I did not get the bonus here. Sometimes getting to them can be a little bit tricky. And this level in all my practice playthroughs was probably the one I had the most trouble with. And it was the one that when I was recording I pretty much just took my sweet ass time with. Went through here as slowly as possible. Because there's an onslaught of those spiders from the ceiling. Spiders that just jump out of nowhere. A lot of spiders. Spider bite you. Spider bite hurt. Ow, spider bit me. Actually, spider bites do suck. I still remember this one time So whenever I was a kid, whenever I was really little, I stuffed a bunch of random things in the air vents in my family's home, and a few years later I went back to retrieve all that stuff and clean all of it out, and I got bit by a spider, and it was one of the most painful experiences. So I'm not really the biggest fan of spiders, but sometimes they're not all bad, they're not all sus. But this level can be kind of tricky to get through, especially with the onslaught of the spiders, and this is probably my least favorite level in the entire game. One thing that's kind of trippy that threw me off initially is that some spots you can kind of see where, like on Mario's overalls, the buttons kind of, well, they're invisible, and you see the background platforms like the waterfalls. And it's the same way with the ship in 2-3? Yeah, it was 2-3. Ooh, did not get the bonus there. Unfortunately, did not get the bonus there. And that looks a little bit sus, because you would think there would be a bonus round in that pipe back there, because there's some pipes like that in the game where there are a couple of coins above it indicating that there might be a bunch of coins in that one. Now, I do believe there is one down there, but... Or no, it's this one up here. And I do go for it. Cool. There's a ton of coins here. And a mushroom. I also like this music that plays. It's pretty cool. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Stop it! Cut it out! anyway, we get back to 3-3 here. And hey, an extra life. Managed to bonk 2 spiders there for it. Some more tricky platforms to deal with. And yes, I'm aware my voice just cracked on the recording. I'm sure that's happened quite a few times in past recordings. You would think, being 25 years old, that I would have completed puberty a long time ago, but no, my voice still cracks quite often. Anyways, I get back to the Super Mario Land playthrough. Some more Squidward houses, some more boulders, and there is a power-up in one of those blocks. There it is. And use that power-up to jump on out of the way, and there's the World 3 boss. He's just a giant boulder-throwing tiki. And he's not much of a problem at all. None of the bosses in Super Mario Land are really that difficult to deal with, honestly, folks. And because this is not the final world just yet, that fake Daisy is a spider. And for this bonus round, I got 3 extra lives, bringing the total up to 21. Anyways, this is World 4, and honestly, I really like the song here, even with that little Oriental riff, which I guess can be excused because, I mean, most Mario games are developed in Japan, so they have full right to use that Oriental riff. Although some people find that riff offensive, but I personally don't. I think it slaps. And there are songs like Turning Japanese that use that riff, and I've heard it used in a lot of TV shows and movies, but I understand if people take offense to it, you know? I mean, people take offense to anything in this day and age, so I don't judge here. I just comply. And understand. The Fromark Plays show is an understanding show. But I just want to mention once again that riff slaps. Anyway, this is World 4, and this is the final world in the game. And here you just gotta maneuver your way through some ninjas and some Goombas and bullet bills and piranha plants. Piranha plants aren't so much of a deal to deal with, because you can just yeet them out of the way with your Fire Mario attack. Sometimes, anyway. It just depends on where it bounces. But yeah, World 4 is a pretty cool world to get through. Cool world, isn't? I believe that's a game on the Super Nintendo. I have not played it. Oh yeah, I wanted to point out, you can actually use those fireball attacks to get coins in this game. I think I only managed to do it a couple of times on the camera. But that's gonna do it for 4-1. Yeah, I managed to get the bonus around here. And I got 1 extra life out of it. Na. Hey, like I said, I'm not singing that to draw offense to anybody, but I think it slaps, okay? Plus, the Japanese and the Asian folks out there are pretty cool people. This a very progressive episode of the Fromark Plays show. Anyways, here's a mushroom there. And you gotta look out for some of them nuclear waffles, kind of like what you see in the, what was that? The Super Mario Brothers 3 playthrough I just did. You gotta think, I recorded all that stuff a while ago. I recorded it well before I recorded this. I like that jingle that plays. I mean, it's a little bit different than what you get in most Mario games. I know this is a classical music piece, but I do not know the name of the song. Anyways. Oh, we got hit by that snack. Or whatever it's supposed to be. I'm not quite sure. Oh. Now this section right here, I made a jump. Yeah, I made that jump and then I wasn't quite certain on it, so I came back over here, remade the jump, and do I show it off here? Yay or nay? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Show off that bonus round 4-2. Like many playthroughs in the past, I'm commentating over this well after it's been recorded. Some games you just gotta do that with because I think it takes a different kind of skill set to live stream or do everything live in the moment. Plus, it allows me plenty of extra time to breathe, plenty of extra time to research and develop every playthrough I play. Anyways, this is 4-3, and this is the final level in Super Mario Land. And I missed that mushroom because of course I did. But I didn't miss that one up. But just like 2-3, you gotta ride this airplane, and although it's a submarine in 2-3, this time around it's an airplane and you just gotta shoot everything in your path and watch out for everything. But yeah, this is a really short game to get through, so kind of hard to believe that this is already the final level in the game. And you get this huge onslaught of coins right here, which is pretty neat. And then from there you just... Yeah, there was a little bit of a music skip there, but I don't know if anybody noticed it. For some reason I had to deal with a few of those through the playthrough. It didn't seem to affect anything though. Ooh, managed to get hit by a nuclear waffle. Or maybe it's a fireball. Anyways, got some more coins. Oh, gotta look out for them fists. Don't fist me. What kind of boss is this, though? This is a pretty lame boss, honestly. This is just a cloud. This is just a freaking cloud that just shoots birds at you. Like, this is kind of lame. But luckily, this is not the final boss. But it sure can be as difficult as one if you don't know what you're doing. Now this is the final boss. At the moment I do not know the name of said final boss, but the goal here is just to avoid the fireball attacks and to just keep firing your attacks and hope that they hit the ship. Which I managed to do in the recording. It's spoilers. Wait, I guess it's not spoilers since I just did it. That's gonna do it for Super Mario Land, folks. That was that was the end of this short journey, and you finally rescue Princess Daisy from all the fake enemies and from all the enemies and all the BS. And our quest is now over. Mario and Daisy go off to the spaceship, and they fly the heck out of this place. And, of course, as always, give credit where the credit is due. And actually, this place is called Sarasaland? Sarasaland? Pretty neat little place, though. 4 worlds. Not too much to deal with. Seems like it was a pretty cool pocket adventure for people to take on the go back in the day. Not a bad game overall. And they just fly off into the distance while the credits roll. Man, I knocked this out in 2 parts, so I better be getting on that next game, huh? This was a pretty short adventure, honestly. Seemed like a good idea to go ahead and knock this one out. The fact that you can get through it in about a half hour, or even less, I mean, that just means it's not really the most difficult game in the world, and it's a game I'd recommend to anybody. It's a pretty fun game. But anyway, that's the end, folks. And this is Fromark, and that's going to do it for the Super Mario Land playthrough, and I will see you all in the next playthrough. Thank you for tuning in.